Next up is Brenda Young. So Brenda is a licensed professional engineer and a certified public manager and holds a bachelor's and master's degree in civil engineering from UCF. In her role as the FDOT state safety engineer, Brenda leads crash data systems and analysis, manages the statewide highway safety improvement program, and fosters support and collaboration among FDOT districts, technical disciplines, and partner agencies to create a force multiplier effect in Florida's Vision Zero charge as we continue our important work to eliminate traffic fatalities and serious injuries. And with that, I will hand things over to Brenda Young. Brenda, you should have control of the presentation.
Thank you, Kristen, and thank you, Districts 1 and 7, for hosting this Safety Summit. I'd like to express my appreciation for this opportunity to share some of our recent work toward our goal of zero serious injuries and fatalities. And thank you all for attending and supporting our mission toward this vision. Today, I'll cover these three main elements. First, our update to the Strategic Highway Safety Plan. Next, our current activities of FDOT's internal statewide and multidisciplinary vital few safety team. And third, a few of the safety actions of FDOT's central office. It's quite a magnitude of what I'm about to share, and it represents the highlights of our efforts, and it still doesn't even cover everything that we have going on. As we continue working toward Vision Zero, the Florida Strategic Highway Safety Plan serves as a framework of plans and activities that will improve safety and efficiency on our roadways with an ultimate goal of zero fatalities and serious injuries. The department's top priority is to create a safe, efficient transportation system for the state of Florida. As we continue to grow as a state, we must challenge ourselves to meet not only current, local, regional, and statewide mobility needs, but also those of the future, utilizing innovation and technology. Our success in moving the needle when it comes to highway safety is dependent on our cooperation, teamwork, and partnerships. We must work together to employ the 4 E's of traffic safety: engineering, education, enforcement, and emergency response, as well as the 4 I's we have identified, addressing information intelligence, innovation, insight into communities, and investment in policy, because it is the collective effort that will push safety forward. Your commitment and partnership are vital components of the Florida Strategic Highway Safety Plan. I'm very pleased to share that we have released our draft 2021 plan for public comment. Developed in conjunction with the Florida Transportation Plan and its Safety Subcommittee, this plan represents input from many partner agencies and technical disciplines statewide. The final plan will be released later this month after we address all public comments. The Central Office Safety, Planning, and Communications offices are collaborating on an internal and external communication plan for the release in order to set the stage for a robust and comprehensive plan implementation. We've identified the emphasis areas shown on this slide, many of which you have seen in our previous 5-year plan, along with additional areas we have identified as evolving that we are monitoring and developing strategies to address as well. Roadway elements are associated with the focus areas of lane departures and intersections. We also have emphasis areas that are road user associated, such as bicyclists and pedestrians, aging road users, motorcyclists, and teen drivers. We have behavioral emphasis areas associated, such as impaired driving, occupant protection, speeding and aggressive driving, and distracted driving. And then the evolving areas include areas such as work zone safety, rail crossings, and others. As Secretary Gwynn and Secretary Nanda mentioned earlier, safety is a significant department priority, and we've established an internal, statewide, multidisciplinary team to address these top emphasis areas of the Strategic Highway Safety Plan. This team meets regularly to identify challenges and develop strategies to address them. Many ideas were presented and vetted, which have been narrowed down to our best to maximize our effectiveness. To address lane departure crashes, the team is focused on enhancing lane visibility and utilizing technology with our proven safety countermeasures. To improve their effectiveness, they'll be working on strengthening our partnerships with education and enforcement resources. To address intersection crashes, in addition to our common and proven safety countermeasures, the team is focused on increasing the effectiveness of public engagement, adopting a systems approach, and incorporating signalization solutions. To address the crashes involving pedestrians and cyclists, the team is focused on engineering enhancements such as roadway crossings at both mid-block and intersection locations, speed management, as was mentioned earlier, and the implementation of bicycle and pedestrian master plans and separated bicycle facilities. So our agency is over 100 years old, and we are a well-oiled road building machine. We continue to improve our practices because we recognize that if you want different pasta, you do need to modify the machine. Therefore, we've also identified internal actions to achieve our goals. We must clearly communicate and define our safety priorities by taking a strategic approach, focusing on the biggest benefit. By taking the development and in-reach and outreach plan to communicate those priorities that we're developing. We must align agency resources and processes to emphasize safety. And to do so, we'll do that based on our strategic priorities. We'll identify and quantify safety countermeasures deployment. We'll explore organization decision-making related to safety and integrate safety into all of our program areas. And finally, we'll measure safety performance and progress by implementing employee safety performance measures at 4 key levels: state, district, project, and employee levels, as well as monitor our system performance by using interactive visualization and dashboards. The remainder of my presentation will highlight how we're gearing up for the implementation of the Strategic Highway Safety Plan and supporting the vital few safety goals I've just outlined. Our vision of 0 serious injuries and fatalities and all the goals to achieve this vision may sound quite daunting, but as you're about to see, we have quite a collection of steps we are taking to get there. We have a number of activities addressing multiple data systems and analysis tools with the goal of bringing in the data we receive from the crashes that occur, associating it with key attributes of our roadway network, and turning that data into useful information to identify challenges and the most effective way to address those challenges. As part of FDOT's business intelligence and data warehouse efforts, the State Safety Office was the first iteration and proof of concept to do work in this area. Select crash data is now housed in the cloud and helps us to replace manual processes. This creates real-time dashboard views in Tableau for crash statistics at statewide and district levels, such as calculations for grant funding, crash reporting, and even property damage reporting. At DOT, we intake the crash forms and data from FLHSMV, and we populate a database that associates the crashes with roadway attributes to enable planners and engineers to query the crash data. We identify trends, needs, and appropriate safety countermeasures. We've enhanced this process to first prioritize the processing of serious and fatal injury crashes to get this data into those who need it as soon as possible. We're pleased to say that serious and fatal crashes are processed immediately for our use in safety analysis. We have an initiative also to consolidate the systems for crash locations into one within Signal 4 Analytics. This unites the timeliness of Signal 4 Analytics with the accuracy of the existing crash analysis reporting system. It eliminates the duplication of efforts. It provides for faster processing to provide safety data for analysis. It makes this information accessible outside of the FDOT firewall, and it's intuitive to our locators. It's reducing our training and orientation needs as well. Further, our crash database is undergoing a significant update to streamline our tools and merge directly with the Signal 4 interface so that we only need to use one system to access all of the up-to-date crash records and perform safety analyses. We are implementing the best of each system. Again, this will eliminate the source of duplication, allows access to Signal 4 located crashes and to FDOT location verified crashes in the same tool, and it also leverages the existing short form processes that occur in Signal 4 Analytics as well. To address bicyclist and pedestrian involved crashes, we must have a lot more information regarding the contributing factors to identify the specific and appropriate countermeasures to save lives. We have an effort ongoing to review the details and narratives of these crashes to populate fields in our database, supporting advanced queries and analysis of these crashes. This detail will enable planners and engineers and support historic and predictive safety analysis so that we could identify those effective countermeasures, not just in engineering, but also in education, enforcement, and emergency services. We have a few more initiatives to support data analysis too. First, I'm going to focus on the tools that you all can access, and later in my presentation, I'll share information on what the secretaries alluded to with regard to some really important analytics that we've developed internally. We have several activities underway to develop Florida-specific safety performance functions and risk-based methodologies to analyze the safety performance of our roadways and ultimately identify opportunities to improve safety before crashes even occur. Safety performance functions are used to calculate the expected crash frequency, such as crashes per year, for a set of base geometric and traffic controlled conditions. To have these calculated custom to Florida conditions gives us even greater ability to identify needed safety improvements and to prioritize them. This data is supported by FDOT traffic counts, our context classification data, intersection data, and other departmental data. We are supported by our Traffic Engineering and Operations Office and their Safe Strides to Zero initiative that is utilizing this risk-based approach and analyzing the safety performance of our roadways and identifying improvements for intersections, segments, and bicyclist and pedestrian needs. This aligns with the Florida Transportation Plan goals to provide a safe transportation system for our residents and visitors by providing a traffic operations database for engineering analysis and reports. It applies state-of-the-art predictive analysis tools to implement the highway safety management procedures included in the Highway Safety Manual, and Safe Strides to Zero monitors safety and operational performance for roadway facilities after implementing infrastructure improvements and documents the benefits for the money that we have invested. This identifies engineering countermeasures to improve safety and mobility on the state highway system with a data-driven decision-making process. We're working together with this analysis done in central office and the custom analyses that occur at the district level safety offices to align our resources and ensure that the tools and resources we develop in central office address the needs of the district. We're overlaying all of the needs identified into one common map so that we may collaborate and align those resources. As Secretary mentioned, we're focused on off-system crash needs too. We have a contract to support the development of local road safety plans in rural counties so that we may help our agency partners achieve our mutual goal of zero serious injuries and fatalities. Thank you also, Kevin, for highlighting this in your presentation. This is a tremendous resource and opportunity. Coming soon, the work of the Vital Few Safety Team will be implementing tools and processes to identify and quantify the safety improvements and investments on all of our roadway projects, even beyond what is achieved via our federal highway safety funding. We're developing a module in the project suite application that we use to manage our projects that will track safety elements as commitments to each project. We're working on a robust implementation plan to best manage our Safe Routes to School program. This helps our communities with both infrastructure and education resources to improve walking and biking safety for students in Florida. Our website contains a toolkit for communities, curriculum for each grade, activity books, and even our statewide program strategic plan. Speaking of our website, we've completely revamped our public safety engineering website. We've updated and organized the content and further added new content. Our goal is to provide a one-stop shop for engineering resources to enable everyone's safety efforts toward our collective vision of zero serious injuries and fatalities, because safety is everyone's job, right? At the end of this presentation, I have the link to our site for your use. For now, I'd like to highlight the training section of our page. We've identified over 100 pre-recorded web-based sessions that have been compiled and made available for your use from various sources. For example, from the 2020 and 2021 Transportation Symposium, from FDOT's Crash Data Academy, from the District 7 Safety Academy, Florida's LTAP program, the Pedestrian and Bicycle Information Center, FHWA's Essentials for Local Public Agencies, FHWA's Pedestrian and Bicycle Safety Focus webinars, FHWA's Everyday Count series, the National Highway Institute, AASHTO, the National Center for Rural Safety, you name it, we have gone out there and we have found it. I'd also like to highlight the new Safety Countermeasures section of our website. We're focused on the three main emphasis areas of our Strategic Highway Safety Plan and the Vital Few Safety Team. And for each, we feature the FHWA proven safety countermeasures and more information about them to foster and encourage their broad use to maximize our impact. So for example, for lane departure crashes, these are the FHWA proven countermeasures. Similarly, for intersection crashes and countermeasures, and pedestrian and bicyclist crashes and countermeasures. And we also provide links to other resources as well, such as STEP, PedSafe, and BikeSafe. Kevin, directly, we're linking to your website that you featured in your presentation as well. So for example, when you select one of the countermeasures, it goes right to FHWA's website and provides more information on that specific countermeasure. Coming soon, also, are booklets addressing each emphasis area of the Strategic Highway Safety Plan. They'll contain information about key trends and needs, activities and resources to address those needs, via not just engineering countermeasures, but also educational activities and resources and enforcement activities and opportunities. Further, as Kevin mentioned, we're collaborating with FHWA as well as Florida's LTAP and other FDOT units to offer safety training in Florida this year. Kevin mentioned some of this in his presentation today, and we've coordinated internally here at DOT with all of the district safety offices and all of our various functional units to identify our priority safety training needs. And now we are lining those courses up via our various resources. We've also compiled an annual calendar of safety-related events to identify opportunities and share public safety messaging on our website and social media in coordination with our communications office. Even further, we are about to kick off a project that will help us to develop additional safety campaigns and messages using a data-driven approach to identify behavioral contributing factors to crashes, and we'll utilize a consumer-based approach to identifying our focus audiences and messaging strategies to influence safer travel behaviors. In addition to all of these activities, we have a number of internal initiatives to improve safety practices within our agency. The State Safety Office is pleased to announce the implementation of a key single best idea from the Secretary's Vital Few Safety Team, the internal launch of our safety data integration space. It's on our internal SharePoint site. This space will be officially unveiled at the FDOT monthly executive workshop this month. And in advance of this, we shared it internally statewide to advance its use this week. This was made possible due to the support and collaboration of FDOT leadership and many FDOT functional units and districts who helped to develop this space and provided key reviews and recommendations. This safety data integration space delivers our Vital Few safety goal to utilize interactive visualization and dashboards to bring together data from various systems, share important safety information and statistics visually that's impactful and informative, identify safety needs and trends and empower various safety analyses, and monitor our performance and progress toward our vision of zero serious injuries and fatalities. Several offices have already shared with us since yesterday that they see the benefits already. Our data and systems can be quite overwhelming, and this helps bring that together for analysis in an intuitive way. And we see this also as helping us with our FHWA annual reporting on our Highway Safety Improvement Program, as well as program and project evaluation of effectiveness, and work on projects on safety efforts from other functional areas. The dashboard provides access to all of these systems and more. So for example, we have direct internal access to the countermeasures that we are tracking to address wrong-way driving safety, railroad crossing safety. We've got access to the State Safety Office GIS, the crash analysis reporting system, Signal 4, e-traffic, just to name a few. But right now, I'd like to focus on the new series of views we developed and call the transportation safety views. This launch sets the stage for the implementation of our 2021 Strategic Highway Safety Plan, and a key element of the safety data integration space has been created to monitor key statistics and trends for each of the emphasis areas of that plan in these transportation safety views. So you can use these views to look at each emphasis area of the Strategic Highway Safety Plan. For example, you can filter by lane departure, and the dashboard provides views and analytics with the crashes associated with that emphasis area. This contains the detailed data on all serious injury and fatal crashes on the state highway system. And as I mentioned earlier, we process the crash information on these severity levels immediately to support the viewing of key statistics and trends real time. And it's sorted here by the emphasis areas. So any given day that you go into this dashboard, you have the update date information as of that week. The fields are interactive to filter and screen various contributing factors to our crashes, as well as filter by year, by district, by MPO area, and even at the county level. We may also use this tool to focus at the corridor level to identify the key contributing factors to crashes. So this tool will enable us to monitor our progress on the implementation of the Strategic Highway Safety Plan and focus our initiatives for the most impact. Internally, we've also reconvened the quarterly statewide meetings of all of our district safety offices to share best practices, lessons learned, and address challenges of statewide significance together. The themes of our first series covered data, analysis methods, and tools, training, and resources. The State Safety Office has also met one-on-one with all of the functional areas of the central office to learn about their safety initiatives, identify ways our office may support their needs, and identify areas for collaboration. It's quite evident that safety is everyone's job here, and we're happy to continue to enable this. We're also working with Districts 1 and 7 on the development of statewide safety academies, a series of which actually. First will be a Safety 101 to cover safety concepts all of our staff should be aware of, followed by focused functional area academies such as planning, project development, design, construction, and maintenance, and so on. And finally, an executive leadership level academy too. Every quarter, the districts send us their safety efforts in progress. Combining this with the initiatives underway with all of our functional units, we'll be developing a statewide quarterly safety newsletter to highlight our work in engineering, education, and enforcement. This year, we have also advertised our very first professional services support contract to support the State Safety Office. This is going to help us in the development of procedures, systemic safety analysis, safety program evaluation and monitoring, implementation of the strategies of each of the emphasis areas of the Strategic Highway Safety Plan, federal program support, district safety office support, functional area support, quality assurance reviews, response to public inquiries, and even training and workshops. We're really looking forward to this resource to support us, to support you. Also coming soon is a statewide safety award. We've developed a series of safety-focused employee recognition opportunities, including the statewide award honoring Jeanette Rouse, a valued safety team member from District 7 and co-founder of FDOT's Community Traffic Safety Team program. This is perfect timing for the new employee evaluation cycle that starts in July and this year's implementation of the 2021 Strategic Highway Safety Plan. We want to recognize and celebrate our peers doing great work in safety, and this represents another E, encouragement. The nominee for this award must have significantly supported Florida's Strategic Highway Safety Plan to help us achieve our vision of zero serious injuries and fatalities, working in one of the E disciplines. And I'd like to share a little information about the honoree, Ms. Jeanette Rouse. She had 30 years of experience working in traffic safety. She was one of the founders of the Community Traffic Safety Team program here in Florida. She was a creative, vibrant advocate for safety in any realm and demonstrated this in her daily actions. She forged positive and effective relationships with law enforcement who admired and sought her counsel regularly. And most of all, Jeanette Rouse was a loving wife, mother, grandmother, friend, and mentor. CTSTs, as you all know, provide vital support to Florida's Strategic Highway Safety Plan. They are multi-jurisdictional groups focused on solving local traffic safety problems and are comprised of members from city, county, state, and federal agencies, as well as private industry representatives and local citizens. To maximize our ability to achieve our vision of fatality-free system, the CTSTs integrate the 4 E's that we are talking about today. So we're really excited about this opportunity. And finally, we're also collaborating with the Final Few Safety Team to develop employee safety performance metrics for our internal annual employee performance evaluations, from the secretary level to the director, department head, managers, supervisors, and staff levels, to again enable safety to be everyone's job. The example I have here on the screen is a metric that we are utilizing to encourage the participation in the implementation of Florida's Strategic Highway Safety Plan. And again, this is perfect timing for the new cycle that starts in July and this year's implementation of the 2021 Strategic Highway Safety Plan. So thank you all again for this opportunity to share some of the things that we are working on. Our goal is to be a resource to you, so please do let us know how we may continue to support your safety efforts. These efforts I share today demonstrate the department's systems approach to improving safety in Florida. Thank you all for your dedication to safety. Together we will make a difference toward achieving our vision of zero fatalities. Here is a link to our website for access to many more safety resources, and please do give me feedback on ways we can continue to improve this site to support your needs. Thank you again, and I'll turn it back over to you, Kristen.
All right, thanks so much, Brenda. Some great information. I'm super excited about all of the great stuff coming up from the Safety Office.